So it was actually just this past week was 2 years to the day that we brought Hazel in. So it started out, just brought her into her pediatrician one day just because she kind of had like a lingering cold. It was nothing big deal, but we thought, you know, might as well just bring her in and make sure it's nothing more serious. Started doing that kind of full exam on her, and she was feeling her abdomen. I could see this kind of concerned look on her face. She kind of was like, and she, you know, turned around, looked at me, and she's kind of like, it feels almost like her liver is enlarged or something is going on. She's like, would you be able to take Hazel in for an ultrasound tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.? Yeah, we can do that. I was like, but you know, is this something to be worried about? Like, what could this be? Next morning we go in bright and early to do the ultrasound, and the doctor's on the other end, and she just kind of gets right to it. She says, you know, I'm sorry to have to tell you this on the phone, but they found a large mass on Hazel's kidney.
The day before we found out about this, we really just thought life was normal.
So we met with Dr. Hansen over the Mercy group, and he told us right away, he's like, you know, we think what this is, with high confidence, we think this is a Wilms tumor.
You know, what he did tell us is that we're gonna want to get her in for surgery in a few hours.
You know, she got prepped for everything, and the surgeon finally came in to talk to us, and he kind of just casually mentioned, you know, and then I'll go in and I'll take the tumor out, and he's like, and then and along with the kidney. And at that point, we hadn't been told that the kidney would come out, and so we just kind of looked at each other like,
well, do you have to
well,
do that?
Like what? We were like, wait, whoa, yeah. Like, are you serious? Like, there's no other way? And he's just like, well, you know, the tumor's so large, there's really no other option. The kidney kind of has to come out. So the next day, Hazel's pediatrician came in to check on her and talk to us and everything and see how she was doing. And when she was leaving, she kind of stopped us real quick and she said, you know, my son had kidney cancer when he was little. Yeah. And he's a grown man, just got married.
That gave us goosebumps because we felt lucky that everything happened the way it did, that we got her treatment and everything we found out as soon as we did. She couldn't walk, she couldn't move, and she didn't understand why.
She just looked so emaciated and pale.
And then one day she kind of took her pacifier out and smiled at us. And I think at that point we kind of just knew, like, this is going to be okay. That's the point that Laura came in, and she's a patient advocate at the Mercy Cardinals Kids Cancer Center, and she came in and told us about this organization, Friends of Kids with Cancer, and she came in and gave us a gift card to be able to go out to lunch. We had a family member come in and we went out to lunch, and we didn't realize how much we needed that. We started doing weekly chemotherapy treatments for Hazel, and you know, she was so young. They did, when they removed her kidney and the mass, they also put a port in so that they could give her the medicine and chemo more easily every week. We thought, we have how many months left of this treatment?
And we're only on the third week and we're already having days like this.
Yeah, we're on the third week and we were just at this ultimate low point. Right at that point, one of the nurses took her and brought her over to the front of the clinic. There's this toy closet. And I think Kurt and I just looked at each other, and like seeing her come back, running to us, smiling, and just being happy made me realize, like, okay, we can do this.
What are they gonna do at the doctor's office? Take this out. Yep, take it out.
During Hazel's treatment, we were offered to take her out to Disney on Ice. Hazel, do you remember going to Disney on Ice?
We go there, Mom.
You want to go there again? Who did you see?
Olaf.
Olaf! When Olaf came out, and again, just I remember her face just lit up, and it was so amazing. Looking back, you know, at all of our journey throughout this, really every time that, you know, we tried to focus on every time that Hazel was happy and did something happy, and Friends was there for all of those things. You know, they were the ones that gave her a little toy to make her happy. She would run and get a snack in the clinic, playing with the toys. It made the experience just enjoyable for her, which was absolutely incredible.
I think anybody with kids would agree that, you know, the greatest joy you get out of your life when you have kids is just seeing them be happy and seeing them laugh. And when you go through times like this where, you know, you don't get to see that and they're not happy at times and they're not smiling, that's what kind of really weighs on you. So when you have an organization like Friends doing whatever they can to put a smile on your kid's face, and when you get those opportunities to see a smile finally after, you know, 3 days in the hospital and struggling, like that's what just kind of like gives you the energy to keep going. Like, okay, we got this, we can do this, you know.
Thank you.